We have what could well be our final update on the Trump stock, the Trump Truth Social stock, before the dam fully breaks, because this is a really bad sign for it. When two of the co-founders of the stock have emptied out, apparently, basically their entire stake in the company. And before we give you the specifics, I do want to mention, as I always do, I am not a financial genius or even a competent person when it comes to finances. Don't take financial advice from me. But that said, doesn't look great for those who are currently holding Trump Media stock. And so according to a regulatory disclosure published by Trump Media and Technology Group, stock we're talking about, an investment vehicle controlled by Andrew Litinsky and Wesley Moss liquidated the bulk of its nearly 7.53 million shares that would currently be worth roughly $100 million based on the stock's last closing price. So they basically got rid of all but about 100 shares. I don't know why they kept those ones, but that's what they've got. And so you're probably wondering, well, who are those names? Are they relevant here? Well, they are, although it's complicated.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
So those two men are the ones who gave Trump the idea to launch Truth Social. They led the rollout of it, and then eventually sued the company for their allegation, their shares value being diluted. Basically, some stuff was done that gave Donald Trump a whole lot more shares, but made their shares less valuable. In the end, the thing that made their shares truly less valuable was the stock not really being worth much. But anyway, they won that lawsuit earlier this month. And it was just a little bit ago that some of the top execs were able to finally sell their shares. Many of them probably would have a month or two ago when it was 2 or 3 times its current value. But now they can, and they are. And they dumped a whole bunch of it. Donald Trump, as of now, has not yet sold it. And he says that he won't. But the price has been going down. In fact, if you look at the last 10 days, it's not at the lowest it's been in the last week. It had hit about $12. It's recovered to about 15, but remember, it was above 70 not that many months ago. So it's still in dangerous waters. And when you have two of the people who originally came up with the idea being like, we have no faith that this is going anywhere but down, that seems like an indication that that might well come to pass. Brett, what do you think?
I mean, Donald Trump has never been good at business. He's good at marketing, right? That's a fact. He's never been good at business. He has been good at marketing. He's been good at building his name to a certain level where he can just slap it on stuff. That's it. That is his entire business model. And he slapped his name on this thing. Okay. And he was outmaneuvered by Elon Musk, period. Elon Musk is pretty single-handedly responsible for stealing, for basically devaluing this company as spectacularly as it is by just letting Trump back on Twitter, period. And so there is no utility, there's no specialness to Truth Social. So the people, you need to look no further than the people who just cashed out admitting that it ain't gonna get higher. You don't do that. You bet on the stock if you have faith in it. You cash out when you yourself as the person who runs it realize, okay, party's over. It has always also been about making money off of Trump supporters. That's what it's been about. And it's sad that they don't see it, but that's the absolute reality.
Yeah, in the end, I mean, this is basically just another massive wealth redistribution from Trump supporters to Donald Trump and other insiders. That's it. They have sucked more of the wealth out of people who had faith in them. And that's what they're doing here. And sorry,
right.
Final point to you?
My final point is like, I did a video about this kind of dynamic on Rebel HQ, and I just used that channels, and the numbers are similar for this channel. But like literally, there are more unique users on that channel. There's 25 times as many unique users on that channel as there are on Truth Social in any given month. There's something like 9 times or 7 times, 4.5 to 7 times, I forget. But like there's multiple times as many like visits. Like views and visits being analogous. There's like on our channel, on a single channel that we have on YouTube, not even including Facebook, as there are on Truth Social. So like it is small compared to a YouTube channel, and we have that channel has just as many subscribers as this one, and indisputable. So
yeah,
it's very sad.
Think about how weird you would have to be at this point to be a serious active user of Truth Social. Like, you think Charlie Kirk is on True Social actively, Ben Shapiro? Like, they're like, oh, I wonder what's going on True Social. Like, you'd have to be a freaking weirdo. And right now it's at $15. It ain't worth $15. It ain't worth $1. It's not worth anything. I mean, look, you can get deep into the philosophy of how value works. It is worth this in the same way that in theory, pugs could be worth $1 million. You could have a leaf off a tree that you just decide is worth $1 million. And if someone will give you $1 million, you're technically right. But there's nothing inherent to it. It doesn't generate any objective value. And so I think it has nowhere to go but down. But again, don't take your advice from me. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.